Overall, I would say that I found my news intensive experience very pleasing and actually quite fun. A lot of students that went before me said that they found it very stressful and quite difficult, but I am quite an organised person as it is, so I felt that because I came into it organised and with story ideas and kind of ready to go, I didn't find it too difficult to manage my time, and I had no problem getting my 6 stories done by the deadline. I liked that Michelle and Natalie were constantly there to give us support and just to guide us through the 2 weeks. And I think that it was obvious that they really cared about the standard of our work and made sure that it was always up to the highest standards that it could be for publication. I didn't like that we had to juggle a lot of other assignments and classes throughout the 2 weeks. I found that to be a bit difficult, and I know that other students had issues with that as well as work commitments. But I understand that is a difficult thing to get around because it's a very busy semester. In terms of what I learnt how to do stand firsts. I never had to do one of those before, and I'm still kind of perfecting the art of it and trying to not confuse them with introductions. But again, Natalie and Michelle were very helpful in guiding me through that learning process. And by my 6th story, I was able to successfully write a headline, stand first, and introduction that all made sense and complemented the story well. I struggled with mainly just my stand firsts at the start, and then also obviously compiling my stories whilst waiting for people to get back to me. That was sometimes tricky because there sometimes was some badgering involved. But in the end, it's just about planning out what you need to do day to day to get it done by the deadline. What I could improve on, probably the multimedia content of my stories. I felt that I'm not much of a photographer, but I did try to take good quality, impactful photos. But I know that some of the other students who had proper cameras or were quite into photojournalism managed to take better photos. So that's something that I could improve on. It was probably just because of the time element. I was more concerned about getting the actual content of the story right rather than the photo that accompanied it. And also in future, I will strive to take more videos and get more audio content, because I know that in this day and age that's very important for how many people read your stories and how often they get shared and spread around social media. So in future I would like to work on my multimedia content. But overall, my newsroom intensive week was a really great experience. It was much better than it had been conveyed to me that it was going to be, so I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it really confirmed for me that journalism is what I want to do.